The story of the capture of the human soul and exorcism by demons is not a story of today and yesterday, and throughout history, signs of exorcism have been talked about in all religions and heavenly cultures, and many traditions have been narrated about them, which deserve careful consideration. And it is almost certain, in every house, there has been a discussion about Jinn in the house. Scientifically, the soul of another living being is absorbed into a human body, but from what we've heard, it's practically impossible. It seems that what is happening in the real world is something beyond the logic of human reason and knowledge. It can be said that in our world, goblins are incredible and unimaginable creatures in their own world. Considering that some common behaviors of humans and jinn are mentioned in the news and narrations, including jealousy, revenge, anger, love, and even evil, it can be a motivation for jinn to penetrate the human body and achieve their goals. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video before watching the video. One intelligent animal genie, and inorganic physical. That in terms of existential dignity, according to religions, it is lower than man and higher than animal. In Persian culture, it is called demon. In Arab culture, it is called demon. In Arab culture, it is called jinn. And in Latin culture, genie means something that covered. And the meaning is to keep him hidden from our senses, the physical characteristics of jinn from the human point of view. It is surprising. The main element of existence of jinn is fire. It can be made in any shape and size, and many things move from one place to another at a very high speed. For example, it can travel between Mexico and Canada in 5 minutes and back. Genie is not a tool maker. And because of the unique physical characteristics, it can live in any condition and place. And that's why it doesn't need a home. Because cold and heat, wind and storm do not prevail over him. Genie does not need a means of transportation. And from this, we can understand that jinn do not have industry and technology. And they don't have cities and villages, their place of residence. If place of residence is mountains, forests, and plains. 2. Because the jinn have dominion over air and fire. Their food is fat that the air carries in the bones, because God has placed them in them. Elves get some of their vital energy from the moon, trees, and water, and some from the ground at night. The food of the elves is from the energy emitted from everything. Sometimes they smell the smell of humans or some animals, the smell of damp flowers, sea, river, desert, and different fruits. In this way, they can go to any part of nature for feeding. To go, the soil is strengthened from the remains of animals and plants, either from the materials that are discarded from them, such as animal manure, or from what remains after them, such as carcasses. For this reason, a soil that is not fertilized does not produce a fruitful plant. Slow. It has no power or strength. The energy contained in some metals and mineral stones, such as gold and diamonds, are also used and nourished. And it has been said in many places that goblins love treasure. One of the biggest reasons for that is the power and energy taken from it. 3. Jinns live longer than humans, about 1,000 years and up. Jinn mentioned in the Quran, Surah Jinn, that when they heard the verses of the Quran for the first time, they were overcrowded and falling apart. They are probably still alive. Jinns are like wise and ignorant humans, commander and subordinate, master and servant, unbelievers and believers. When they die, they disappear and do not need graves and cemeteries. Goblins reproduce by spawning and pregnancy. The number of goblins is far more than the number of humans, and because they live in the subtle world, They are not aware of the smell of food. 4. Jinn is in a position where he can overcome man, and man in a situation able to conquer Jinn. A possessed person is called crazy. There are 3 types of Jinn: demons, fairy. Commenting on the truth and danger of Jinn entering the human body is not an easy task, although the existential structure of humans and Jinn is not such that there is friction between us and them. But it is so. Anyway, humans may be persecuted by evildoers. A genie is not logically impossible, any more than it is possible for any human to be tormented by another evil or any vermin. Even though jinns cannot see humans clearly and only see humans in the form of vague images, sometimes they enter the human body with different motivations. Some elves can communicate with humans or infiltrate their world and take control of people. In fact, most elves probably think of humans as ghosts living in a parallel world. It can be said that just as jinns are far from imagination in our world, in their world we also have a place for distant beings who have to penetrate into our world to see us. Some metaphysical studies show that the jinn has some behavioral and emotional characteristics of humans and may enter the human body due to revenge, anger, jealousy, interest, or simply due to evil forces and to meet the needs and reach the human body. 5 genies. They love some people in the same and different ways. They help us. They also love jewelry, including rings with precious stones if they love us and have something to say to us. They often come to our dreams and express sympathy. Many of them are servants of the spirits and have taken our hands, and most of them are harmless and like us. They are trapped in this world and involved in their destiny. Genie for humans. It is not more dangerous than humans. It is not more dangerous than humans. As humans are to sharks, it is more dangerous than a shark. In human history, there is not a single human death reported at the hands of a genie, while under Stalin alone, 35 million Russians were killed. The death toll of religious crusades, world wars, and ethnic and tribal wars. The wars are extensive. Actually, nothing. It is not more scary and lustful than humans. In the words of Thomas Hobbes, man is a wolf.